Doogee V20 Rugged Smartphone Review. The V20 is an excellent value, featuring a rugged yet elegant design that surpasses expectations. The AMOLED screen looks beautiful, though the wide-angle L3DRM restricts its use to streaming services only in 480p resolution or lower. Previous Doogee phones we've discussed went overboard in emphasizing their ruggedness, making them look a bit militaristic. Manufacturers of sturdier phones have stepped back from the V20 or come to terms with customer preferences, wanting rugged phones that appear more attractive than their traditional versions. The Doogee V20 retains its rugged and versatile identity, yet features a much more refined look than its predecessors, marking a shift towards attractive smartphone designs. On the rear of the V20 housing is a carbon fiber-like finish. In actuality, it's just a design, and this device has a classic construct of polycarbonate and aluminum. The V20 is primarily designed for right-handed users, featuring a thumb-friendly fingerprint sensor button on the right, which may be more inconvenient for left-handers. If this applies to you, you can use Face Unlock as an alternative if that's suitable for you. This design, similar to the V10, meets IP68 and IP69K standards, allowing it to stand up to dust and water exposure as long as all the seals are unbroken. The USB-C port and dual SIM card slot serve as the main points of entry, with the USB port being the main issue. A rubber plug seals this port when not in use, but it often gets in the way when inserting the USB-C cable. For this phone to stay dry, it's best to keep the plug firmly in place and take advantage of the wireless charging feature. The V20 stands out thanks to its vibrant OLED display with an impressive 1080 by 2400 resolution, 80,000:1 contrast ratio, and 105% NTSC color gamut. An interesting feature of this screen is the front-facing camera located beneath the display, marked by a small cutout. It's not extraordinary, but it's something you wouldn't immediately notice while looking at a full-screen video. The 1.05-inch display next to the triple camera cluster on the back of the phone may be small, hindering its practical applications. It can also be configured to display a clock, identify incoming colors, or give you quick control over media playback. We can't place our phones face down, as it is risky for the screens, and hence we likely won't be able to view this tiny display anyway. The group of cameras that consolidate 3 sensors into a single picture handling arrangement is possibly more valuable. The highest goal is accomplished by means of a 64MP primary camera. In addition to that are a 20MP night vision sensor and an 8MP wide-angle camera that is beneficial for making foggy foundations. Solid pictures can have a most extreme determination of 9248 by 6944, and the Doogee camera application permits HDR, panoramas, and normal web-based media-like capacities. Sadly, this phone does not support the capturing of 4K video, despite its large resolution sensor, and can only offer 2K at 30 FPS with no further frame rate options. Premium phone companies have been using custom ARMS OCS to make their devices stand out from the competition. Doogee has chosen the MediaTek Dimensity 700 MT6833, a 7nm 8-core processor that they have previously used in the V10, not one of the alternatives. The MT6833 is an upgraded version of the MediaTek Helio P70 octa-core processor, featuring 5G connectivity and a distinct core design. The MediaTek octa-core designs usually have 2 groups of 4 cores, while the 800 series OCS utilize an older 4 and 4-core model. However, the 700 series boasts more power-saving capabilities as it features 2 high-performance ARM Cortex-A76 cores and 6 power-efficient 2 GHz Cortex-A55 cores. This design's narrower tracks and multiprocessing capabilities offer a great balance of raw performance and extended battery life. This design with 8GB of LPDDR4X RAM and 256GB of built-in storage work together to give users a smooth and responsive experience, no matter how many apps they install or what sort of tasks they demand from their device. The V10 did have a convenient infrared thermometer, but that feature has since been removed. This phone is equipped with the MediaTek Dimensity 700 MT6833, providing balanced speed and performance. When comparing benchmarks to the Doogee S88 Pro from 2020, the V20 offers close to double performance on every test, apart from HWBot Prime. The battery in the V10 is smaller than its predecessor, but it can still keep going for 2 days under typical usage before needing a recharge. The V20 is still a pretty hefty piece of equipment at nearly 300 grams, and although it has a lower battery capacity which reduces its weight, you'll still need to make sure it's safely tucked away in your pocket because of its considerable weight. Doogee runs a mostly unfettered version of Android 11 on this phone, with minimal modifications.